people, Deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in with me each and every time. It's appreciative. I'm feeling a bit under the weather today, people. I keep being sick, and the only way to get through it is to actually just try and put it to the back of my mind, pardon me, and make videos, people. I've really got no appetite. I'm on the Costco water diet. Nonetheless, videos have to get made, man. You lot probably, by now you get the impression the only thing that could stop me from making videos is if I'm physically unable to, or if I've really got a terminal illness. My thoughts are with everybody who's got an individual going through such. But moving on, we might as well just speak about Arsenal headlines. Now, Mr. Arsenic TM, if you're not following him on your timeline as an Arsenal fan, I don't know what you're doing, because this is the guy that was tracking Torreira's plane and them things there. So he does a good job of the Arsenal news and all these things, and we might as well read through what he's been able to find now via him, courtesy of, I believe, D Wright 75, Duncan Wright, a senior reporter for The Sun. How valid his claims in regards to this following news is, people. But apparently Everton more or less are stealing the march on Ancelotti. Ancelotti feels, or his representatives feel, in regards to the Arsenal candidacy, he's just a number, a name and a number. At Everton, there's more of a personal pull to bringing him. But apparently he said, Everton have stolen a march as Ancelotti's representative flew into London last night to meet them before discussions with Arsenal. The Toffees are moving quicker in their search for a new boss and are willing to give Ancelotti a 2.5-year deal and funds to spend in the next 2 windows to mould his own team. While Ancelotti's managerial record makes him a strong candidate, there are concerns within Arsenal as to whether he would be the right fit for the club. So yeah, people. And you are having them concerns. I mean, when someone says Carlo Ancelotti to me, Champions League winner, some of the names Arsenal have been linked with, and just some of how the impression of the search is going, you can definitely do much worse than Carlo Ancelotti. But when you look at allegedly how his hands-off approach is, how concerning that is, and his training sessions, no disrespect to his training sessions, but we need the most hands-on of managers. The manager that you have to pull him and the players apart when it comes to training. We don't need hands-off, because these players are not necessarily smart individuals where they can. I feel with Carlo Ancelotti's approach, or what we hear is his approach, it would have worked in 04 or these players where footballers had to be footballers for themselves. Personally, I feel players need their hands held in this day and age. I don't feel players have to work things out for themselves. And that's why you see a lot of these energetic managers on the sideline praised for telling their players each and every moment where they should be. I don't think players are as smart as back in the days, because they don't have to be. They do something wrong, manager shouts at them, they're on the books, they're on the phones to their agent, they're out of there. Really, and the game's gone mad, really and truly. So yeah, man, we'll see what happens. I mean, we need a hands-on manager. If Carlo Ancelotti is not that, then he's not the guy we need. We need someone who is skilled with coaching, in which you can say Carlo, but very hands-on. Because yeah, man, someone being hands-on all the time doesn't really correlate. Because Emery, I'd describe him as very hands-on people, but it didn't bang. He's gone on to say, courtesy of Sammy Mokbel of the Daily Mail, he said, Arsenal are committed to completing a thorough recruitment process in their search for Unai Emery's replacement and would be unwilling to simply offer Ancelotti the job merely because he is available suddenly. Arsenal want to talk to the 3-time Champions League winning boss, but they'll also talk to at least 10 others, with Arteta, Vieira, Nuno, Santo and Pochettino among the names they want to meet. Now, people, we keep hearing it's a 12-man shortlist, now it's 10, it's 7, there's only 3-4 real names, now it's just Arteta and Vieira, we're waiting for Poch. We won't know, it's all was, people. It just seems like was. It just seems like was, really and truly. Apparently, Julien Laurens, French-based journalist, he's always on BT, has said, Arsenal have received several applications for the vacant role and in the process of conducting interviews in order to narrow down the list. The club is in no rush to make a permanent managerial appointment and want to ensure they hire the right candidate. Sources say Ancelotti does not fit the profile of manager Arsenal are looking for, and they are not convinced by his recent experiences. Ironically, slightly off topic, people, but it's in relation to Napoli. Apparently, Napoli will make an attempt to sign Lucas Torreira in January, either on loan, if possible, or for a fee of 20 million euros, people. Imagine 25k, it'd be a myth. I want Pereira to stay. I definitely don't want him to stay mid-season. Hopefully, with playing football on a more frequent basis now, in terms of we don't know what Emery was doing with him. Hopefully, he stays, people. So yeah, apparently Arsenal have made an offer to Vitor Pereira. He has already rejected Everton. The coming days will be decisive. That's obviously I believe he's managing in Shanghai. He turned down the Everton role. Apologies, people. My nose is doing the most. It's a madness. So 1 minute managers are coming from China, then we're getting Ancelotti, then it's Arteta, then it's Patrick. And yeah, and to reiterate what I said yesterday, apparently Arteta wants to become Arsenal boss, but not until he's given guarantees by the hierarchy. What that means, what I assume that means for Arteta is, one, will he be given funds? How will he be allowed to build the team? How does the scouting processes and whatnot all help move in tandem? Because you can't really say we're all moving in the same direction. Or for all of Unai Emery's failures, although he's the one on the field and making the coaching decisions, and the players too, was the board necessarily doing their best? Is there a winning mentality from Stan Kroenke? There's a lot of questions he'd have to answer, people. Like I said in a previous vid, for Arteta, the best thing he could probably do is wait to the end of the season, if I'm honest with you. If he gets the offer from Arsenal that he wants, fair enough. But Pep might leave. There's also Pep long-term replacement there. Obviously, there's the Arsenal one. There's obviously Everton. And who knows, there might be some other roles that pop up. Like I saw a rumour that PSG are allegedly going to get rid of Tuchel at the end of the season. And he might go Bayern Munich. If there's a chance Arsenal can get in there, people, then we should. But I think Tuchel's done a good job at PSG so far. But the Champions League, I guess, will be the decisive one, people. Roberto Martinez has been thrown into it as well, people. The Belgian boss, former Swansea gaffer. We'll see in regards to that, but I don't know how clear that is. To wrap this up, apparently David Ornstein has said, and he's got some bullet points, Arsenal want the situation settled as soon as possible, but the right man over a quick decision. If number one pick is available, it gets done. If available in the summer, Freddie Ljungberg will hold the fort until then. If the number one pick becomes unclear, Ljungberg will hold the fort and gets a chance to impress. And finally, Arsenal are not seeking a manager of Carlo Ancelotti's profile, people. So depending on if you wanted Carlo or if you had concerns, we'll proceed how you take that news, people. But in relation to this, clearly I'm under the weather and my nose is doing the most. Apologies for that distraction of touching my nose. But on that note, DG, I'm out.